How cities around the world are celebrating International Women's Day 2025. Let's find out. March 8th marks International Women's Day, a global celebration of the achievements of women and a call to action for gender equality. But this isn't just another day on the calendar. It's a movement, a moment of reflection, a time for progress. This year, International Women's Day 2025 is bigger than ever. Cities across the globe are not only celebrating, but taking real action to advance women's rights. From new policies to groundbreaking initiatives, let's explore how some of the world's leading cities are empowering women in education, employment, safety, and leadership. A brief history of International Women's Day. It all started in 1908, when 15,000 women marched through New York City, demanding better pay, shorter hours, and voting rights. A year later, the first National Women's Day was observed in the U.S. Then in 1910, a German activist, Clara Zetkin, proposed the idea of an International Women's Day, which was officially recognized by the United Nations in 1977. Today, IWD is more than a celebration. It's a movement that fuels gender equality across industries, governments, and communities worldwide. London is hosting a Women in Leadership Forum at the Houses of Parliament, where policymakers will discuss new gender pay transparency laws. Under the 2025 reform, companies with over 100 employees must publicly disclose gender pay gaps, a bold step in closing wage disparities. The city is also rolling out Safe Streets for Women, increasing lighting in unsafe areas, funding women-only taxi services, and expanding free self-defense classes. Paris is leading in workplace equality, introducing equal paid parental leave for men and women to challenge gender norms in caregiving. This International Women's Day, the Eiffel Tower will light up in purple, symbolizing justice and dignity. Additionally, Paris is launching free coding and STEM boot camps for women, aiming to double female representation in tech jobs by 2030. In 2025, NYC is celebrating the highest number of women elected to office in its history. The city is also unveiling a Women's Economic Empowerment Fund, offering $50 million in grants for female entrepreneurs. On IWD, there will be a march across the Brooklyn Bridge, advocating for reproductive rights, equal pay, and stronger workplace protections against harassment. Berlin has declared March 8th an official public holiday. To encourage female participation in the workforce and city life, Berlin is offering free public transport for all women for the entire day. The city is also opening the world's first women's rights museum, chronicling the global struggle for gender equality from suffrage to modern-day activism. In Kenya, International Women's Day 2025 is focused on economic empowerment. Nairobi is launching the Pads for Progress program, ensuring that all girls in public schools receive free sanitary products, a major step in keeping young women in education. Additionally, the government is providing low-interest loans to women in agriculture, boosting financial independence for female farmers. Tokyo is tackling workplace gender gaps by introducing flexible work policies, allowing more women to balance careers and family life. The government has set a 40% female workforce target for STEM industries by 2030, launching mentorship programs to support women in science and technology. This IWD, Japan is also honoring female inventors, showcasing their contributions to technology at the National Innovation Center. Argentina has one of the highest rates of femicide in Latin America. In response, Buenos Aires is passing stricter domestic violence laws and opening 24-hour crisis centers for abuse survivors. The city is also expanding childcare subsidies for single mothers, ensuring that more women can work while raising children. Australia is celebrating 50 years since the first IWD march in Sydney, with its most ambitious reforms yet. The government is passing a national equal pay law, enforcing strict penalties on companies that fail to close gender wage gaps. Sydney is also investing in women's sports, funding equal prize money and sponsorships for female athletes in rugby, soccer, and cricket. While celebrations vary, the message is the same: equality can't wait. Cities worldwide are making real progress through new laws, programs, and policies. But the fight for gender equality isn't over. How is your city celebrating International Women's Day 2025? Let's keep the conversation going in the comments below. Happy International Women's Day!